Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is EarthSong. You can call me Kelly. I'm here to do a tarot reading for Sagittarius for August 2021. Now we're going to jump right in. I've already pulled your emotional energy and a few T cards as I meditated on you. And from what I can see and feel about what's going on with you, Sagittarius, I feel like that there's this beautiful innocence about you right now. Like you're tapping into your childlike ways and maybe even believing in fairies again and tapping into some earth magic. I think that you've been going within and really looking at what will make you happy and make your life flourish. And you're learning how to step into your own power now. And you're also learning how to nurture yourself and truly love yourself again. And maybe even getting back to nature. You have a lot of earth elemental magic going on in this emotional spread. And so I feel like for a lot of you, you're getting back out there into nature and getting in touch with yourself and nature again. And, that's the perfect way to get in touch with your inner child because children love to play outside in the sunshine and just frolic and climb trees and watch the bugs and all kinds of neat stuff. They're really paying attention to nature around them, and it looks like you're doing that again for yourself, and that's really beautiful. As far as the tea leaf cards go, it seems like you've had some obstacles to overcome, but there is going to be a victory in some kind of an endeavor. And there's going to be a celebration or a party or maybe even romance coming to you, perhaps from this past obstacle that you're overcoming, but that could be work related too, because I think, well, really, I think probably most of you are getting both. You're going to get romance and success and achievements in work. I feel like you've got good luck in both sectors coming your way. But there's a lot of emphasis on your career and achievements in work in these cards energy. But there's also reminders of trying to keep your balance, balance your career and your family life, your romance life. Seek out information from other people or other sources that could help you in doing this if you need to, because it's time to get out of some kind of funk or situation that you've been in where everything is kind of out of balance. And if this was because of uh, lack of funds or finances, I feel like for those of you that that applies to, that there is better things coming your way because you have several cards that suggest great abundance and great happiness and periods of prosperity and overcoming some type of problem that was unsuccessful for you in the past. Um, you've had some type of like dissatisfaction with life lately, and the cards are saying that it's time for you to go out and have fun and to also be able to accept valid criticism from other sources so that you can improve upon whatever these obstacles were and take back control of them. Because if we can improve on self, then we can also improve on manifesting and creating the future that we desire and the current energy that we want to have around us. So accept that criticism if you're getting some and take it to heart, really take it in and look at how you can incorporate that into becoming a better you so that you can better take control of your love life and your career life and balance the two out in beautiful harmony. Okay. So now we're going to start with the tarot. Sagittarius for August 2021. Spirits, guides, and angels, help give guidance to Sagittarius for August 2021, please. August 2021, Sagittarius. Okay. You got the balance card again. Yeah, something in your life really needs balance between your career and your love life. You're very decisive and focused right now, very driven, but maybe even very defensive at times as well. Um, there are events coming toward you that's going to move you with great speed. Be sure to choose intellectual responses and not let your emotional energy get the best of you when you're faced with some challenges. Because there may be some very sudden or unexpected changes coming for you, and you want to keep your emotional energy in check and, you know, move forward with thoughtfulness. Be very mindful of your thoughts and your emotions and how you're reacting to things. Um, review all of your options carefully, before you act on anything. Don't do that like knee-jerk response kind of stuff. Um, and maybe even for some of you, that's where some of the constructive criticism has been coming from, to keep you from doing those fiery knee-jerk responses, because you are a Sagittarius, so that means you've got that fire and that passion in your belly, maybe more so than the other two of the fire signs. And sometimes that's a really beautiful thing, but also sometimes, it could be dampened down a bit, put back in check. And I kind of feel like some of you may even be giggling about that, because you do know that's who you are and you're quite proud of it, because sometimes that's necessary, that type of fire. Um, but just, keep it in check when it comes to these sudden challenges you may be faced with in your near future, because the way that you react to it is going to play a big part in your overall outcome. Okay? So, yeah, come from a place of being honorable and trustworthy, but also cautious with your decisions and your choices. Um, I think there's someone either coming toward you, or you're yeah, I feel like they're coming toward you. There's someone coming toward you that you can completely trust. Um, Spirit wants you to know that this situation is safe, and that this is going to be a solid romantic relationship for you. Um, you may feel like they have some hidden emotions. Possibly you've already met this person and you're feeling like they're hiding something from you. But Spirit wants you to know that they're well intended um, intentions, that keeping these emotions from you. Maybe they are aware that you need to move a little slower, and that you're cautious and leery because of being burned so bad in the past. Narcissist keeps coming to mind. So maybe you've been involved with a really extreme narcissist, or several of them, and they are aware of this with you, and so they're just being very cautious and slow at opening up to you and telling you how they feel about you. Okay, but they definitely have great love for you, and I feel like this is a soulmate connection that's coming in for you. You have the Lovers card, and when you get the Lovers card, that's divine love being sent to you. That's definitely a soulmate energy. And Spirit is saying that you should embrace this true love because it's going to be the deepest love you've ever had. It's going to be a really beautiful, intimate friendship. Um, Two people that are truly making choices from the heart, not from ego. Vibrant health uh, in the relationship, a very vibrant, healthy type relationship. Um, then you have the King of Wands next, and this is about motivation, just like the first card. It's about inspiration and being ambitious and taking the lead and taking control of your own life. Um, Maybe even for some of you, stepping into the spotlight, doing public speaking or something like that. But you're definitely keeping your eyes on the bigger picture and you're communicating your vision. And again, this card also reminds us to not be too sensitive to criticism. So clearly, there is something going on there that you need to take heed to. That Spirit is saying, pay attention to this criticism because this is an opportunity for growth for you. Don't take it as a negative or a put down. It's an opportunity for you to grow and expand. And there are several signs that are suggesting that you need to really pay attention to that so that you can have all of this beautiful abundance that's coming to you. And then, speaking of abundance, the next card is the Eight of Pentacles. And this is you, maybe learning everything that you can about a subject or a particular career path that you're on, being the best that you can be at it. Maybe for some of you, you're like going back to school or taking a course or something, or even finding a mentor, to help you improve. And with the constructive criticism being in your reading, that's a beautiful idea to find a mentor. And I'll just segue in real quick that I'm doing courses on self-love and healing and growth. So please check out my website. Maybe that could do some of you some good. Um, this is also a card of paying attention to detail, which I think as a Sagittarius you really do anyway. But maybe pay a little extra attention in what you're doing currently or in the near future. And that you're definitely in a career or coming into a career where you're going to really love what you're doing with your skills. Okay, and then the next card is the Queen of Swords. And this is a humorous person, but also judgmental at this time, also very strict um, in who's going to be in their circle, right? In their 6 degrees. And so they've cut a lot of people out of their life, a lot of drama, a lot of bullshit. They're just tired of all of the difficult situations. Um, but this is a person that can also have the ability to see the humor in the difficult situations, Um, and it's good to be lighthearted about difficult situations. That way we don't do that knee-jerk reaction with that fiery, angry energy. So really set in that place of power. And as a Sagittarius, I know for a fact, as Sagittarius, is that you have the ability to see the humor in a bad situation. A lot of people think it's dark humor, but it's humor nonetheless. So I want you to tap into that and remember your childlike qualities. Giggle a little bit in the middle of an argument if necessary. It'll lighten the mood, right? It'll help lighten the mood. And there's a balance that is very needed in your life right now. And Spirit has said 3 or 4 times in this reading that you need to find your balance. So sit in your power and be firm in your convictions, but also be open to growth and criticism from others in order to be able to go forward and be the best you can be as a human being, as a soul, and at your skill in your career. Be the whole package. That's what you strive to be anyway, right? I mean, Sagittarius is really want to be the whole package. So find that balance and be secure in it, okay? And then the card at the bottom of the deck um, is the Three of Cups, which is about celebration and joyful things coming to you. And maybe for some of you, you're going to get engaged, or you're going to have some big award ceremony for your career or whatever. But there's some type of big celebration coming up that's really going to put you in the spotlight and show everybody just how important and how much hard work you've put into something. So, keep your eye on the prize. Keep focusing forward and don't backslide into that negative, fiery energy. Okay. And then beneath that, you also have the Emperor. And this is a person that increases their success by organization and logic. So again, we're looking at finding that balance, right? Between work and career, between logic and emotion, um, growth and stalemate. It's finding that balance in everything. And so stay structured and stay disciplined in that energy, and um, you're going to do great. Okay, so we're going to pull a few more cards from the other tarot deck. Yeah, you guys definitely have some new beginning in love coming at you after a really bad heartbreak. And there's definitely lots of abundance coming at you, coming toward you, um, from all of your hard work and your strength. And I think that's important for you to remember, is that you are strong, Sagittarius. You are strong souls. So don't give up and keep doing what you're doing, tapping into this childlike energy. I love that. I really love that about you. That's great that you're doing that. Let's see if we need any of these Angel Oracle cards. I feel like we need to pull them. Oh yeah, they're really talking. Okay. One more time. Yeah, I thought there was one more. Okay. Okay, this is the card about you loving animals and understanding animals and how to communicate with them intuitively. But really, the meaning behind that is for you to trust your inner guidance and even trust the animals as part of your life's work and your life's journey. Trust what the animals are telling you. Get back out in nature, like these emotional energy cards were saying. Get back out into nature and listen to the animals and listen to the insects and pay attention to the signs and the wonders that are all around us, because we live in a very magical world. We just tend to forget that as we become adults. And this next card is about infinite abundance. Um, and really, this is a card that signifies that you are being fully supported as you devote yourself to the divine life purpose that's before you, that you've now realized for yourself. So the angels are protecting you, and they want you to know that. Maybe for some of you, your life purpose involves doing tattoos or body work of some sort. Perhaps you're a Reiki healer, or a physical therapist, or even maybe an exercise coach or trainer. And that you are to remember that, just because you're not doing something that seems like a spiritual profession doesn't mean that you're not working with the divine to help increase other people's highest good. So keep that in mind, and never ever, discount where you're at and what you're doing in life as less than, because all of our jobs are necessary and important to make all of us flourish. Um, This card is light and love, and it says that your purpose is to bring divine healing, light, and love to this world. And I think that fits perfectly with what I just picked up on with the bodywork card, because I feel like Spirit wants you to know that regardless of what your career path is, you are an important member of this collective, and your love and light spilling out into the world is not going to be hampered by what career you're doing. Um, it's only going to be hampered by the thought that it's hampered, you see. So stay focused on who you are and stay true to who you are, and just move forward knowing that you're being divinely protected and you're going to be divinely blessed with a soulmate very soon too, and a career path that's going to be very abundant for you and very joyful and rewarded and rewarding. So that's really important. And then ironically, the last card that came out is the card of support that says that your life purpose fully supports you and the divine fully supports you as well. So that's really beautiful energy. Okay, now let me pull a love oracle card for you. The Angel Love Oracle for Sagittarius for August 2021, please. Sagittarius, August 2021. Let's talk about love. Tell me about the love. Love for Sagittarius. And a card just flipped upside down. Let me see what this is. 3 cards flipped upside down. Okay. So your love life is currently being influenced by either your religious upbringing or the spiritual path that you're now on. And maybe there's some worry or focus on that, to where you feel like you're not going to find someone that is at the same level that you're at, vibrating at the same level that you're at. And I think that Spirit is trying to tell you to maybe not put so much focus on that, and trust that it's coming. Okay, the right person is coming for you. And I can say that with 100% surety from the soulmate card being the very last one that came out. But the next one is about forgiving and learning. And it says that as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. And I think it's very important for everyone to acknowledge the lessons that we can take from past relationships, regardless of how bad they were, because they always will help us to improve ourselves, and it helps us to improve um, our qualities that we look for in a partner, right? Because now we know what we don't want in a situation or a relationship, and so we can better choose for ourselves in the future. So every past relationship that you've had that was horrible is really just a lesson for you to be able to improve yourself and your relationships with all people, if you choose to look at it that way. And again, it's all about thought and perspective. Do we want to look at it negatively, like, oh my God, look at all the drama and trauma that I've had to go through? Or do we want to look at it and say, oh my God, look what I made it through and what has it taught me about myself, about others, and about what I need for me? So um, start looking at it that way, and then it's easier to let go of the pain and shed all of that baggage that comes with it so that you don't bring it forward into a new relationship, because that's not fair to you or the new person, either one. And this is a soulmate that's coming in, and you need to trust in the divine and trust in yourself, trust in your own intuition that this is a connection that's meant to be. And I feel like I need to draw some of the 111 cards for you before we move on to the rune. It says portals and doorways are opening for you now, and to pay attention to the signs. And to remember that we are all vessels of God's work. And again, I think that goes perfectly with the career path card that was saying, um, feel secure in who you are, regardless of what you do. Don't let that make you um, allow yourself to feel diminished because of what career you're in, right? And I don't know who that message is for, but that's clearly for at least one person that is very strongly feeling like their career path maybe isn't in alignment with their spiritual life, and it doesn't have to be. What has to be in alignment is who you are as a soul, regardless of where you take yourself in the world. Always stay true to you, regardless of what your job is. So it says, clear your head. You are only as limited as you believe you are. So again, I think you're in your own way, Sagittarius. I think you need to get out of your own way. You're self-sabotaging. Be mindful of the breath. So anytime you feel like your breath is erratic and getting out of control, that's your anxiousness getting the best of you. That's your analytical, illogical mind getting the best of you. And just, bring it down a notch or two. Pull in that fiery passion. Don't do those knee-jerk reactions. Breathe. Count to 10. Whatever you need to do. And calm it down for a minute and really think about it. Collect yourself, collect your thoughts before you react to anything. Because there are going to be a few challenges or tests, I like to call them tests, that are going to be coming forth, presenting themselves to you. And you have to be able to pass these tests in order to get to all this abundance and this soulmate that's coming in for you. And, Spirit is clearly saying that through this whole thing, to pay attention to the signs and to get your balance and keep your emotions in check. Open your head, clear your head out. You've got beautiful portals opening up for you. You need to trust that. And the next card says you are a creator, and you need to keep remembering that. And I think that you tend to forget that. And the next card after that is to remember you're magical. So again, get back out in nature. Pay attention to those animals and those insects. Listen to the wind blow through the trees. Listen to the water ripple past you. Tap into your childlike mind and remember the wonders and the beauties and the magic that you felt as a child. Because I think you need that in order to help clear your head. Excuse me. All right, now I'm going to pull a rune and then we'll close this out. You got this beautiful amethyst stone. This is the stone of elemental power. It also means disruption. And the H on the amethyst represents the name Hagalaz. And I hope I'm saying that right because I'm not good at pronouncing these words sometimes. But this is the rune of change and freedom and invention and liberation. These are all attributes of this rune. To draw it indicates a pressing need within the psyche to break free from constricting identification with material reality to experience the world of archetypal mind. And again, I think that goes back to whoever or whomever, for all of you that it applies to, that are too much in your head about the career path that you have and the spiritual life that you want to live. And to remember that you can have both, okay? All you have to do is just be true to yourself no matter where you go and walk in life. And it all falls into place. I mean, you can be a mechanic and be spiritual, right? It doesn't lessen your spiritual achievements or growth in any way, shape, or form. Um, you know, we we tend to allow society to bend our thoughts instead of listening to trueness and the oneness, the voice inside of us that really does guide us if we allow it. So on to the rune now. The rune of elemental disruption, of events that seem to be totally beyond your control. Hagalaz has only an upright position, and yet it always operates through reversal. When you draw this rune, expect disruption, for it is the Great Awakener. Although the form of the awakening takes many shapes, perhaps you will experience a gradual feeling of coming to your senses, as though you are emerging from a deep sleep. Then again, the onset of power may be such as to rip away the fabric of what you previously knew as your reality or your security, your understanding of yourself, your work, your relationships, or possibly even your beliefs. Disruption takes many forms. A relationship fails, plans go awry, a source of supply could dry up. But do not be dismayed. Whether you created this disruption or whether it comes from an outside source, you are not without power in this situation. Your inner strength, the will you have funded until now in your life, provides support and guidance at a time when everything that you've taken for granted is now being challenged. Another of the cycled runes, the term radical discontinuity, best describes the action of Hagalaz as its most forceful. The more severe the disruption in your life, the more significant and timely the requirements for your growth. The universe and your own soul are demanding that you do indeed grow. And again, I'm going to reiterate that constructive criticism that some of you are not taking, that Spirit is really trying to bring home to you and get you to pay attention to and remember. Something is going on that you need to change within yourself in order to take full control of your life and create the life that you want. So don't be afraid to own your own shit. Don't be afraid to improve on yourself. You know, that's a beautiful thing. That's an honorable thing. You should not ever feel like you're less than or not worthy of simply because there's an area of you that can be improved. We all have room for improvement continually. We improve one thing and we get good at that, and then we move on and find something else that also needs improvement. And you own your shit and move forward in a positive way from it. And that's called growing up, right? And we forget to remember that our souls grow up too. We're not always just the same age in our soul. Our soul has to grow and learn and develop and improve, as well as the human body grows from a newborn infant to a full grown adult, learning and growing and improving, right? So don't forget that you're still growing and learning as a soul. And there's nothing wrong with making mistakes. There's nothing wrong with needing to improve. There's nothing wrong with it at all. The only thing that would be wrong with it is to not acknowledge that there's room for growth. That would be a real shame for you. So I want you to really take heed to that. Take that to heart. Look within and remember to tap into that childlike quality that you are very capable of tapping into. See the humor in those difficult situations. Take life by the horns and use that fiery passion to move forward in a positive and intellectual way. And lots of beautiful things are coming for you, Sagittarius, for the month of August. So with that, I'm going to leave you. There's links in the description box below if any of you would like to go to my website and check out the courses that I'm offering. We're going to start new courses next week on how to master self-love and learning about energy and who we truly are. So if you would like to check those out or check out any of the other free programs or the free forum that we have there and join our community, we would love to have you. We're forming a really beautiful community there of like-minded folks that talk and share information and just daily life stuff. You know, we help sort things out with each other. So come on over and give us a visit. And I'll see you again for your mid-August reading. And until then, love and light. Take care.